Okay, here's a look at MPM-15 movie masterpiece Brawl. So here you could see what he looks like in his alt mode, which is the way it comes in the box, but you do have to take out the accessories and get them all attached to look like this. And you could see this is a really nicely sculpted figure, which it should be because it's a masterpiece. But first, as always, let's go over all the accessories that you get. And I do want to point out just the major issue with this that I have in terms of just the design. But here you could see what it comes with. First, it does come with these accessories. I think these are mostly for his robot mode to attach to his forearms. The guns and the claw, which you can also attach to the vehicle for storage. And I said in some of my other video reviews how much I really don't like this, because it doesn't really do much to improve the figure or the vehicle. It's just basically for storage, and you could see it just makes it look like a bigger mess. But that's what you can do with the accessories for storage on alt mode. And this, I guess it's a blasting, but that's for robot mode. And here, these blast effects, which are nice, but during product review, they really needed to think this out, because first of all, let's just go over it. You do have to assemble this, and it's kind of not easy to do because you kind of have to figure out where it goes and how it fits in, because the instructions don't really tell you that. And the same thing here with this, you also have to figure out these two go in here, where they go in here, and which side. So again, it's just a design issue that doesn't make this work out too well. But these are pretty simple and straightforward. You can see they just attach, but unless you have some reference like a picture or something, you don't really know where these go. But the instructions, which I'll show you in a little bit, does show you can attach it there, and you can attach it to the cannon here, or I'm sure you could probably just do something like that. So you could play around with it. I mean, these are fun to play with. And these smaller ones, you just have to really carefully look at and examine them. So these obviously are meant for something smaller, like up here. And I'm just realizing that maybe they could have given you 4, since you have 4 guns here. So I'm just being a little nitpicky. And here maybe they could have given you a 3rd one so you could have one attached there. So I'm just being nitpicky as I said that. And then these, these two are for the robot mode, and this one here you can attach it. And again, this is a design thing. Unless you figure out, you could see it doesn't stay in, which way it goes. Yeah, you're gonna have to figure this out, because there's no reference for that. So it really only securely fits in a certain way. So I'm saying all that because I just wanted to make it clear and point out one of the issues with the design of these nice accessories is that they didn't really think it out very thoroughly to resolve the issues that I pointed out, such as how do you put it in, where do they go, how do you get them assembled. But anyways, those are the accessories. And then last, as always, the instructions, which you heard me say many times, I really don't like this fold-up sheet. But this is very important to show you so you could see kind of what I was telling you. So this is the best that they do with describing to you how to use those blast effect features. And then obviously the transformation, which I didn't use instructions or any reviews, because it's always fun trying to figure out how to transform it. especially with the official product, so you don't have to worry about some quality issues there. But here you can also see for robot mode the accessories. So anyways, enough rambling. That's a look at the accessories and the instructions. So now let's come back to Brawl. So here is a look at Brawl, and yeah, this it's kind of hard to point out, but this is not quite movie accurate. And I said it's kind of hard to point out because you don't get like a full image of what he should actually look like. But I know there's this support bar here in the front that they don't have. And I think there is like a little gun somewhere like up here also. But, you know, that's just being nitpicky to be very screen accurate. But you could see this is a really nicely sculpted figure. And as I'm holding it, I just noticed, yeah, this has some good solid weight. I mean, you can even hear it. So this looks good, feels good. And one concern that I had was actually the color, like the green and the gray. But in person, it actually looks a lot better than, you know, what I saw like on the stock images of this figure. So that's a look at that. And in terms of articulation, you do get a rotating turret here, which is really cool. And then you also get rotating on the top as well, which is also cool. And then the cannons here, they do go up and down. Here the front one goes up and down as well. I'm not sure if this is meant to articulate, but you could bend it down. You could see there's a little clip where it attaches, so if for some reason you wanted to bend it down, you could do that. And the back, you could see it's really nice. There's really nothing to point out with the back. And the missiles up here you can articulate. This would have been cool if they could open this up, because the third party Wei Zhang, I mean, it's bigger and, you know, it has a lot more accessories. They had some nice features with this opens up here too. That would have been nice. But you know, this is nice overall. If I'm gonna nitpick something, I would say I think they could have done something to cover that up, because that just looks like it's mistransformed with his head sticking out through that little opening there. But anyways, that's a look at the bottom here. You could see he has wheels, so he actually does row, so that's cool. So now let's do some comparisons. Okay, for some comparisons in no particular order, let me just bring out the old 2007 leader class version of Brawl, and you could see what these two look like next to each other. Obviously the 2007 version was bigger, and it actually has some cool features for little kids. It has the light and sound feature. So let me just show you what that's like. Here you just well, you can actually just push the cannon there and it does light up. Oh, I guess the full sound comes from the bottom one. So you push that down, and then look at that, you even get lights up here, green lights, red lights, light and sound feature. So yeah, this was actually really cool. And of course those are gimmicks for the little kids, because you could see aesthetically this, if I can get this straightened out here, doesn't clean up as nice as the masterpiece. And by that I mean the like the guns up here, you could see it's all transparent when it should look something like that. Yeah, so that's a difference between a masterpiece and mainline retail, which is targeting more the kids. And I'm trying to figure out how you can get this to stay. But yeah, you could see this is really cool. And the other major difference This was $40 back in the day, and this is like I don't know, I think I paid like 175 or something. So yeah, there's a big difference there. And just to make my point that I don't think this figure is worth like $175. Yeah, I think it should be less, because you obviously get more with the old version. So that's a look at the leader class. And then before that, they had their deluxe class, and you could see this is actually pretty cool. Just want to point out, you know, as much as I can, but you know, this is the older plastic, so this is harder plastics. Over time this will become very brittle, so you have to be careful when transforming it, because you might actually crack and break it. But you could see what this looks like. Man, so back in the day, 2007, this was cool. Nicely sculpted, and it has the old features, the spring-loaded gimmicks, which actually cost more. But you could see it does fire. So this was the deluxe version. And there was the fast action battler, which I don't have anymore, because that I had the entire 2000 set, all mint and sealed box, which I gave away to the same friend who got all my masterpiece and other figures. But that figure, that actually looked pretty good to me. Yeah, but I can't show you it because I gave it away. And then I also wanted to share this, because this is really cool. Here's the Legends version, which actually came in a 2-pack. And this is really cool. Very easy transformation, fun to play with. And this is just, you know, making my point very clear that, you know, like I said many times with design, you could design things so many different ways. It's just meeting what the criteria are, you know, saving production costs, materials, and things like that. So yeah, here's a look at that. And then one last comparison is with their Studio Series version, which is supposed to be their more screen accurate. And you could see this is actually really a cool figure. Actually, it's kind of hard to decide which is better, because this one is easier to transform, just as fun. Yeah, it's just a you know, a smaller scale and less expensive. So I don't know how to describe it. It's just different. It's cheaper, but it's just as good. So there's a look at that. And then last one is the Wei Zhang, where actually I think there was 2 third-party version. But I'm not going to transform that because that's a lot of work. But I'll show you the Wei Zhang version, which is obviously bigger, and I think it's actually better in terms of all the accessories. It has like more accessories, more features, little miniature figures, extra guns and stuff. So yeah, that one to me, I think falls under the category of a masterpiece, and that one's staying with my KO oversized version. And as far as this one, the MPM-15, this is really a nice figure. So this is just going with the rest of the official masterpiece figures. And yeah, I'll show you what he looks like with the other MPM figures, the Decepticon MPM figures, so you could see what that looks like. Because now the whole set is all complete, with the exception of Frenzy. So that's a look at that, and now let's transform him into robot mode and take a look at that. Okay, here's a look at Brawl in robot mode, and you could see that Takata did a really nice job on this figure. This looks really nice. This is definitely better than all of the other previous versions made by Hasbro and Takata. So with that said, let's compare this with some of the other versions. So first, here's a look at the 2007 liter version, which was $40 with the extra light and sound features that you don't get here. But this one costs like $175. But you could see the difference. This is masterpiece quality, and this is your typical mainline retail that's targeted for the little kids. So that should explain why, you know, there's some differences in terms of aesthetics. This one definitely looks more screen accurate. Definitely looks much better. So there's the leader class version, and just for the heck of it, let's bring out some of their other versions. This was their deluxe version. So let's just take a closer look, and I could tell you it's actually fun playing with and transforming this. But like I mentioned, you know, the quality of the plastic here wasn't so good back then. So over time, this, you know, becomes very hard and brittle. So you have to be careful when transforming it. But it was actually fun playing with this. And so you could see what that looks like. And then, of course, there was the Fast Action Battler, which I don't have because that's a figure I gave away. But that one actually looked like it was pretty fun, because it was definitely targeted for the little kids. And then the little legends. So here's a close-up look at the legends. You know, this was actually really cool. It takes up less space, but yeah, it's easy to transform, fun to play with, and yeah, it actually looks pretty cool for a Legends figure. So that's a look at that. And then we do have the Studio series, which I said, you know, it's comparable to the Masterpiece, but obviously this one has much more articulation, better details and stuff. But you know, the Studio series line, they do a good job capturing a lot of the screen and tune accuracy, and their transformation design is obviously much better than the older versions. So yeah, you could see what that looks like. So this looks really nice. And then in terms of the Masterpiece, there is the Wei Zhang, and I don't know if he's gonna fit in here. Yeah, but yeah, this guy's really big. So you could see what this looks like. He's obviously he's looking at him like, huh? Yeah, I'm much bigger than you. I'm much better than you in terms of, you know, all the extra things that you get. I didn't bring out everything, but yeah, you get like 2 of these guns, and also back here in alt mode, you also get like that little gun that is in the movie. So yeah, this one, and this, man, this just feels so much. I don't want to say better, but this is you know, a really heavy figure also. But anyways, just showing you the difference here. And this one goes with my KO oversize, but just letting you know, this one still looks really nice. So yeah, just wanted to show you the difference there. But in terms of official Masterpiece, this is what we got. And yeah, this looks really nice, and he does scale well with the other official Masterpiece Decepticons from the movie. I think he might be just a little small, but you know, I'll show you that when I compare this with the other ones. But in terms of this figure, let's come up close here, take a closer look at some of the details. So let's see if we can get a close-up of his head. Look at the nicely sculpted head. This is really nice. And articulation, it's on a ball joint, so it can go up, down, side to side, all around. And look at, I mean, all the sculpted detail. This is really nice. You see, just showing you here the articulation, nice clickety ratchet there. You get a friction rotation for the shoulder, friction rotation for the bicep, and friction for the elbow joint. The hands or claws, they do open up. This is really nice, and it actually can rotate. The way they designed it, look at, there's a little curve there, crescent shape. So yeah, this easily can articulate there at the wrist. And let's see, there is a bicep swivel, so that's cool. No ab crunch, but you can kind of fake it with the nice tight ratcheted thighs that go forward and back, ratchets going out to the side, and you do get ratcheted knees, and you do get knee rotation, and the feet, they do swivel, and I don't know if they, yeah, I don't think you get any articulation with the feet going up and down, but you do get a little ankle rocker there. So yeah, the joints here, they are a little tight on the legs, but that's good because he actually stands pretty well because of that. So yeah, you could see this is really a nice figure. And here I already attached the guns to his forearms, which just simply tabs in here, and extra articulation here. You get his shoulder guns or rockets up here, they do swivel. Nothing much else to point out other than, you know, just the details of the back. Just want to get a good look at it because yeah, they did a really nice job sculpting all this detail, and the way they designed the transformation, just how everything folds up, tabs in, and yeah, this is done really, really nice. So in terms of the features that you get for robot mode, first of all, let's bring out all this, which kind of fell apart. So let me see. So you have to find the curved piece, and then you have to figure out which way this goes in, because it does go in only a certain way. So you just have to kind of rotate it till it slides in. And yeah, that's what I was telling you. I don't think they executed these blast effects very well. So that's what I was trying to tell you. It this wasn't made all that well, in my opinion, because you're having to deal with issues like that. But yeah, and you could just kind of play around with wherever you want to put these things. There's 4 slots in there, so you can put them where the 4 rockets are. And these pretty much you can put anywhere you want. Or here, right now you got 4 of them, so I guess you can have 2 small ones to make it look like it's starting to shoot, and then the 2 big ones that are already fired. So let me see if I can find that slot and the tab, put it in, so you can get something looking like that. That looks really cool. And then here, there's a tiny little slot there. So again, you have to look at the wall here, so it only goes a certain way. And this is what I was telling you, the execution here, in my opinion, I don't think was done all that well, because if you don't get it right, it's going to be hard to get it in there. But once you do, you could see what that looks like. Really cool. And the cool feature here that you get when Jazz comes in and kicks his butt, sort of, you can have his arm untab. So just showing here, it just simply tabs in like on this square mushroom tab, and then you could put in this piece. Let's put it where the screw is on the bottom side, and now you can kind of replicate that scene where his arm got blown off. Yeah, and then you could put this back, yeah, a certain way, and you could see what this looks like. Yeah, this that's what I was telling you, these blast effects, they weren't done too good. But yeah, now you could see what that looks like. So this is it's a fun little feature, and for display purposes or stop motion, yeah, you can get some good poses here. Yeah, this it's fun. So I just thought I'd show all that off, because those are things you get with this figure that are nice to play with. So instead of rambling on and on, I'm just gonna end it here. Well, actually, before that, I got to show you what he looks like with the rest of his Decepticon teammates. So after I get him all straightened up here, let's move this guy over with the other Decepticons and see what that looks like. Okay, here's a look at Brawl next to all his Decepticon teammates. So here you could see what this looks like all together, how they scale with one another. And for the most part, this is now complete, with the exception of this little guy down here, Frenzy. This is the Frenzy that came with the Human Alliance barricade. And I think it actually scales really nice with the Masterpiece barricade. But I also did get the DNA version, but if you could see, he's just way too big. So that's why this one is actually staying with my KO oversized version of the Masterpiece movie collection. But there was also this Frenzy, which actually looks really nice. It actually came in that Battle Scenes pack, but this one's going with my Studio Series collection. So this Frenzy that came with the Human Alliance is staying with my official Masterpiece movie Decepticons. And down here we can't forget little Scorponok, and he actually looks really nice here. Scales really nice with Blackout and Starscream and Brawl and Megatron back there, Barricade, Frenzy. And I didn't make a review of this just because, yeah, I don't know, I don't think people are interested in the movie stuff, but I did get it, and this is actually a really nice figure that actually belonged in the top 10 for 2023. But there's a look at that together with the rest of all these Decepticons, and you could see this is a really nice set. It completes the set for the most part, and it looks really nice. So I'm just going to end it there and say that as far as this figure goes, Brawl, this is a really nice figure. Yeah, I don't give recommendations, because if you want it, you'll get it. If you don't, you won't. But I'll tell you, this is a really nice figure. It's definitely an improvement from, you know, their first versions, the Starscream, the Megatron. It seems like they just kept getting better and better. And this one here is definitely probably one of the better Masterpiece movie figures. So I'm going to give this a rating of 8.5 out of 10. So that's it. That's my review for the MPM-15 Masterpiece movie Brawl.
Come on, Decepticon, punk!